Hello, what's up with y'all? Uh, Today we're going to talk about the issues with dealing with successful women, women who have gone out and gotten it all for themselves. Now, I'm not saying that this is every woman. Some women are they got a good heart. They're they just 100 when it comes to a man, and that's the kind of woman that when you come across one of those, you'll better want to keep them because the kind that we're going to talk about today is the kind that took life by took life, by the horns. She's a go-getter. She went out there and got it herself. She's a real go-getter. And now she's in this position to where she needs companionship or she wants companionship. And for some reason to her it's hard to come across. She knows a lot of men. She might be very attractive or just moderately attractive, but she's a go-getter. She went out there and got it all for herself. So her, um as um a mate, potential mate, um it's kind of been harder for her to find one. And I'm gonna just put this out there. All right, I'm not saying that this is true, but I'm gonna just put this out there because it's true to an extent. When a woman does it all herself, like she gets out there and she conquers the world and puts herself in a position, I don't care what nobody says. As a man, to her, you're more expendable. You are much more expendable than if you are the reason why she ended up in that house. If you are the reason why she ended up in that new car, you are much more expendable as a man if she got all that herself. Because the thing is, what a man needs from a woman to feel like a man is her vulnerability. If a woman is vulnerable and a man can come in and take care of those vulnerabilities, makes him feel more like a man, with her. It's like, wow, she needed me for that. I did that. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like what a man is made for, to take care of a woman, and make sure she's all right. We ended up in this place, in this worldly place to where women are out there getting it for themselves, and a lot of them, not all, are losing that vulnerable part, you know. So now, because she got it all, it boils down to the size of his dick. Like, okay, let me see your dick. And like she's only want to deal with big dick brothers because that's all she needs you for, is that your dick is big. When in reality, you know she needs you for a lot more than that. But because she went out and got it for herself, she doesn't realize it. you know because there's a lot of brothers out there with, that's packing. You know what I'm saying? So if you come into a picture and all she want to know is that you packing, you got to think about, damn, I'm not the only brother, you know, out here that's packing. So I need to step back for a minute. If you serious about her, I need to step back for a minute and be like, damn, because I mean, if somebody else, we live in the age of a cell phone picture. Somebody else could just send her a picture that's hitting harder than mine. Now what's gonna happen? If she got it herself, bruh, she bought her own house. She riding in that brand new Benzo herself. You better be careful because it could be like, hey, he packing a little bit harder than you. Now, I'm not saying this is all women, but it's a lot of women when they've done it themselves. So the part of women that they sacrifice is the vulnerable part, the part of them that actually needs a man. They kind of sacrifice that to get in a man's world and do what men usually do. So now she's not as vulnerable, as she would be if she didn't do all of that to herself. You know, like she's now she uh not is not dealing with, feministic vulnerabilities like needing a man to take care of her or needing a man for his money. So now she's just dealing with what she wants. And want and need is a very scary thing when it comes to a woman, because what she needs can't be disputed. If it's something that she needs it. It can't be disputed. What she want, what she wants could be based on how she feels at the time. What she wants could be based on, you know, who she thinks she is now and not who she was when she was humble. So when a woman gets to a place to where she just wants what she wants, you better be careful as a man, because is you are expendable. You can give her what she wants, but because she's a woman, that need will change. Because I'm sorry, that want could change because she doesn't need you now for anything. She doesn't need you. So when you start trying to give her what she wants, okay, like I want you, I don't need you. Now you dealing with something that's most likely temporary. Because she wanted you, and now she's gotten to a point to where, I don't want you, and now she doesn't need you to pay for the house. She doesn't need you to pay for the car. So the first bad move you make or the first mistake you made, you're out of there. You know, so um, it's just being careful when you're dealing with successful women. Like if they got their own house, they're doing their own thing, you better guard your heart. If you a man, guard your heart, bruh. Because you make a wrong turn somewhere and you're out of there. And relationships cannot be based on perfection. Okay, if you in a relationship with somebody that's basing it all on perfection, that person is probably a narcissist or narcissistic, and that relationship is doomed to fail. But if you're dealing with somebody that accepts your flaws, like sometimes you would get with a sister and that sister got more money than you, like she doing better than and if she's in love with you, then you straight, you straight. But you have to, you know, find that out. Like, okay, does she love me? You know, and you don't find that out by just throwing yourself on the chopping block. You don't find that out by just presenting yourself humbly on your knees in front of her like, "Oh, accept me." You don't find out if a woman love you by doing that. You know, you find out if a woman love you by doing you. No matter what the situation, you do you. And if she's still with it and she's still all of that she been doing, and you know that you just doing the fuck you, then like that woman most likely love you, you know, and you can, kind of, you know, think about a future, or maybe, start investing more time to really seeing what she is about. But always when you're dealing with a successful woman, do the fuck you. All right, do you. Because a woman that's not successful, like, and maybe she just doesn't understand life, Maybe she's just down on her luck, or maybe she, just not good at making decisions. So she needs a man to come in to, you know, give her the things that, life has to offer. And um, not saying that they're easier to deal with, because they're not. She's not successful for a reason, you know, but it's just a different situation entirely for a different uh, uh, a different segment. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this segment today, and that's what I want to talk to uh, my guys about, which is dealing with a successful woman. Thank you. Bye.